Hey, this is Mr. Worden. Coming at you guys with a new VoD, this time with a green screen behind me, which is actually slowly getting a little easier and easier to see as the light fades from the day. When it's fully bright, you can barely tell there's anything behind me there. It all blends in seamlessly to the new interactive background I got going, which of course, hey Diana. And then switched over to transparent icons, transparent sensu quotes, basically spruced the whole system up. What I'm going to be casting today is my first ever ranked match in League of Legends. I hit level 30, promised myself that when I would play nothing but ranked or custom from that point forward. And today I was able to place into Bronze 1. Not quite as good as our Congresswoman, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, but getting there. So before we get going here, I want to make sure we thank our sponsors. Fire Up Esports Lounge, you guys have been awesome. Thank you for hosting our Overwatch teams on Wednesdays. Heroes Virtual Reality, thank you for setting up the field trip sometime in the near future. And of course, our league, North American Scholastic Esports Federation, you guys have been awesome with everything. So thank you for that. All right, switching over to the game now. Okay, here we go. So what I'm doing is I'm of course playing Diana as a jungler, not necessarily as a mid laner. Just something that I feel most comfortable with, and since I had enough anxiety over this first ever ranked match, I thought that was a good idea. I've got actually me and Kale are the only two champions or summoners in this matchup that aren't like uber ranked already and aren't like incredibly high level with level 7 masteries and stuff. So it's definitely two of us in a little bit out of place in this squad. Not sure what Cyan was doing there in the river, but I'm glad I had his back there. Got a great leash on our bot laner. So thank you, appreciate that. Our bot lane was a little shaky throughout the match, but they did do a bunch of damage, and they came out pretty much even in KDA. Our top laner, Camille, was our shot caller, and she was pinging things out. She also suggested that I come up and try to gank Kale a couple times before she gets too high-powered, which I played against Kale. I know that once she's too high, it's game over. So I thought that was a great idea. I'm going to try to go out of my way at the midpoint in the game to path up there, which I normally wouldn't get up there too much. I was jungling against a king, and he definitely has a slightly faster wave clear speed than me. You can see his CS score just a smidge higher than me. That's despite the leash. Part of that's probably walking through walls. One thing I could be doing is I could be kind of drifting backward in between hits, trying to pull the camp in the direction of my next camp, so I can try to improve my own pathing a bit there. That's something I'll think about later. The Kane outplayed me at two different points. One point is mid-game, I'll try to point this out, where he uses his ultimate to dive into my body to avoid my second QR combo, which would have finished him off. And I wasn't even thinking about what was happening. I saw him disappear, and I had assumed he'd walked into a nearby bush, and I followed him and walked right into another player. So you'll see me die from that. Second time, I was basically lost track of him and went into the enemy jungle with no vision almost. Saw him, but at that point it was too late to run away since he can run through walls. So as fast as the Diana is, as much celerity and boots and all the speed runes I've set up, she still can't outrun somebody who goes in a straight line when you're having to path around an object. All right, so one thing that's cool, see our bot lane's I think the shakiest lane of the three. Our top lane is just killing it, pushing back the Kale every single time. Doing some great damage and keeping her zoned out. Her CS is great. Our mid laner, actually the mid laners on both teams were really good at clearing wave and then trying to go roam. So our Orianna roams really effectively. The Lux counter roams, and the Lux got off a couple weird shots that did some major damage in surprise roams that I did not see coming. So good job to both mid laners. Not sure why Kane is spending time up in topside when it's clear that the Kale is so far behind. There's really nothing he can do there except what he's basically doing is he's letting me keep up with him despite his faster clear speed. I'm not sure that was a good decision on his part. All right, I think this is where, yeah, I've already done a full clear. I've already started a second clear here. I made sure to get topside scuttle, and I think this is me heading topside to try to fulfill that mission of oppressing the Kale, even though there's a fight breaking out in bottom side river that I'm itching to go join. What's cool is watching Camille's impressive mobility. That's just sweet. And at this point, with two people here, I would be playing a lot more safely if I were Kale. But yay, I landed a skill shot. So Very happy to help out my carry. And again, the Camille was definitely the one calling the shots. Hey, itemization. What I'm really wanting to do is to build a needlessly large rod first, and that way I can transition either to Spellbinder or Rabbit and Deathcap. Ooh, this is a cool fight. See, the Realm by the Ariana is what ends up securing the number of kills needed to even that fight out. Because it was a 3v2 against their bot laners initially, but Ariana roaming down, Oriana, is what sealed the deal there. So yeah, we're getting a little pressure on mid tower, and they're pinging for me to come in and help out with that, which I'm very happy to do. Oh, so that shot by Lux. She had no vision there. I went and rewatched this 2 or 3 times. So not only did she hit me, this is a, hold on, we'll talk about Lux in a sec. Not only did she, yeah. So I'm coming to re-engage, and this is where I totally flubbed which direction I'm headed. So that Q was supposed to be intended for Kayn, and I threw it out halfway in between Thresh and Kayn. I don't know if that's just me with old man reflexes or what, but that was a major mistake on my part. And I knew what I wanted to do, which was finish off the Kayn, and then if I'd R'd into him too, that would have gotten me out of danger of Thresh, so I could have basically avoided that and come out with a kill. Okay, now back to that luck shot. She procced the dragon. It not only did her ulti hit me, which she had no vision on me, I watched this, but it also hit the dragon, and then the dragon aggroed me and forced me right out of the river there. So I don't know. Oh, by the way, yeah, Kayn is continuing to try to help out with top lane. This is the thing not to do as a jungler, which is to be sympathetic with your losing lane. Instead, just avoid it like the plague and go everywhere else. He could be having a much bigger influence on bot side. And yeah, this is just top lane's just snowballing. Now, one thing that was awesome was as long as we were down fighting in the river, my team all came around and covered me while I took. Okay, this is it. See the defensive move? When he went inside there, I couldn't do anything. And I thought that actually he'd gone into the neighboring bush. So I was about ready to follow him, at which point the bot team support came out and helped out with that kill. Not that I think the king needed at any point. When that happened, I didn't even know where King was. So I was waiting to drop a QR combo to finish him, and didn't go well, obviously. Yeah, we got 1 Drake secured. One thing that I was happy about was I was able to get a bunch of these objectives secured. So that's pretty good. And yeah, what else is going on? Yep, continually just shoving that back. That's awesome. There's no chance for her to scale. As long as the 3 of us are up in Topside River, we're going to go take out Rift Herald. Our shot caller suggested I place it on mid, so I did. And yeah, that's going really well, I'd say. We're able to take a bunch of plates, even with the Lux standing there. And with 3 of us there, we were able to continue pressuring mid lane. I do think our bot lane is overextended a couple times. And the Scion, it's interesting that he keeps fighting for a little while after he dies. That's cool. But, oh, yeah, Jin's ulti. That thing is so fun. I tried that out for the first time about 3 or 4 days ago. Didn't even know what was happening at first. But it's really fun to zone out there. Cool. Was able to assist there again. So trying to work on that mission along with securing objectives. I met CS parity with Kayn, which is good, even though I've had same number. Actually, he's died more than I have. He keeps trying to gank top lane. Oh, that was my ward there. And I was able to R in, and he thinks he got away, and I was able to clear again. So that was an awesome set of kills there. I keep getting assists, not kills, but that's fine with me, as long as our team gets it. And they're pinging for me to run away. I'm like, I know, I've got no health left. I'm backing. Yep, turrets are coming down, gold's coming down. All right, I think at this point we're all pinging Drake, which is why our bot laners are being so aggressive there, and our mid laner has already roamed in. And now that we've got the 1 kill, we're definitely doing it, so I'm going to start that up right now. And we'll secure yet another one. Again, see that nice shot from Lux? Their mid lane Lux was doing some great stuff. Always in about the right spot, too, where the critical fight was breaking out. And King should stop fighting Camille. Yeah, he should just stop doing that. He can go and get around her, okay, going through walls or whatever. There's no reason for him to have to path there. This is a case where Diana's tower takedown is pretty awesome. And I ran the wrong direction. And then here, okay, so here's the thought process. Thought process is, I knew Raptors was up. I was going to go in, QRW, smite, be back at half health. Then I could go right back in the fight and engage, help my team out. I had no vision on King, and we have no wards in this enemy jungle. So when I started to path that way and I saw him immediately head over there, I'm like, oh crap. Good news is this is speed Diana, right? Bad news is King goes through walls and gets a giant movement boost whenever he uses that ability. So that escape was not to be. And I think in retrospect, I think I might still path that way, trying to use jungling to regain health and then get back in a critical team fight. Because I think, I don't know, it's hard to tell. Definitely don't run into a jungle where you have no vision and you can't tell where the assassin is. That's bad. On the other hand, I still think that decision thought process was okay. I might still do that again someday. We'll see. I'll learn my lesson eventually. All right. So I think you guys get the general story here, which is it was a solid game. I was able to, KDA is pretty awful. CS is okay. Itemization is not something I was happy with. I really wanted Spellbinder Deathcap combo to be able to just go crazy with this. But I was able to get a ton of assists. I was able to put pressure on the lane that we were worried about. And I was able to secure a bunch of objectives. And I was able to deal some damage in team fights. So overall, pretty good. And let's check some stats now. The rest of the game goes all right. Here's graphs. Not that much on champions. But as far as taking towers down or securing, Rift Herald or Drake or whatever, good amount of damage. Kept up with this crazy Camille here for the most part. Same thing with our high damage dealers. So it was a pretty good game. And one thing that's kind of funny is what it looks like when I play at home, and maybe one reason why I'm not doing all that great and I'm so aggressive. So coming in next is a game that I played with my daughter. She's trying out Soraka for the first time. I'm just going to skip to some random part here. And still playing Diana, of course. I'm doing a bot lane jungle hybrid, the way the computers ended up placing stuff out. And this is what it looks like when I'm playing at home, which is I've got all my items. Here's Rapid Hands, here's Spellbinders, here's Tier 1 jungling item. Go in, delete a character. Don't even worry about a combo too much. Go and delete another character. Check the minimap. See that there's 3 more victims in the bot lane. Roam over to bot lane. Garen's broken. Normally I'd be terrified of him, but in this case, what's a bummer is that I wasn't able to burst through that shield. That's okay. There's still 2 more victims down here. And, yep, next one. I'm going to speed this up. And path around to the jungle. Take on the tank, which I normally never think of doing. Clear waves. Knock down towers. Boom, boom, boom. End the game with, oh yeah, solo Baron. A little bit of help from my daughter. She's awesome. And then go in and just base check right into a 1v3. And basically sweep all the way in and take down everything. And of course, never charge Garen, right? Especially not a tank like Cho'Gath. Turns out it doesn't matter. With full item build and the level advantage that I'm used to playing Diana on, basically charge in and just go after every single champion. And of course, I think what this is doing is it's building some bad habits. So, well, I might have to stop playing my mains when I'm playing in this kind of game. Something to think about. All right. So, hope you guys, oh, there you can see the green screen now that it's starting to get darker. When the background loads in, it's a little better. Hope you guys enjoyed the new VoDs and the green screen, and I'll see you guys next time.